Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Mother Nature is all messed up. The end of February, we're chasing record high temperatures and severe weather in the 7-day.
And just days after 3 of his alleged victims shared their stories on national TV, former Michigan State University and USA Gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar is facing even more charges. But first, more than a year and a half after first being proposed, the city of Sterling Heights agrees for a new mosque to be built on 15 Mile Road. The approval comes after the city reached an agreement with the Justice Department and the American Islamic Community Center. Let's get right to our Nick Monticelli. He's joining us outside of federal court in downtown Detroit this afternoon. And Nick, is this a done deal now?
Well, almost. The federal judge on this case needs to sign off, and we say agreement. It's actually a settlement between the city and those proposing this mosque and the federal government, because the U.S. attorney joined this lawsuit saying that the city could have been intolerant against the religious proposal of the use for this land. However, while the federal judge still needs to sign off this, the plans for the mosque are already underway.
Inclusion cannot mean that some groups are welcome and others are not.
The settlement discussed today by U.S. Attorney Barbara McQuade dates back to the summer of 2015. Then the American Islamic Community Center applied to build a mosque on 15 Mile Road between Ryan and Mound, saying the building would be too tall and would not have enough parking. The city of Sterling Heights denied the permits to build it. Meanwhile, protests were happening near the site from residents who also did not want the mosque built. Today, the members of the AICC said they were forced to file a lawsuit after trying to negotiate for close to a year.
We tried, we met with the city, and we got nowhere.
The U.S. attorney also filed a separate lawsuit saying the city was being intolerant and violating religious land use laws. Last night, Sterling Heights voted to approve the settlement and $350,000 for their insurance deductible. One councilman said they resolved the issues of height and parking, so going to court was pointless.
Therefore, there was no point in incurring additional costs through a prolonged litigation that would only cost the taxpayers additional money.
And our voices is not heard. Our voices don't mean nothing.
The meeting, though, was intense and emotional. Some residents are not happy with the decision.
The people protested over the summer, and they're the ones who pay the taxes. They're the ones that have to live around this place, and they want to be heard. They don't want to be shut up by anybody.
So aside from that $350,000 deductible, the city says they, again, will allow the group to build that mosque. But as part of the settlement, they also have to post information about religious land use laws. They also have to offer training to their employees, and they will report records of compliance. So another question was, is this or was this an issue of intolerance or them just having issues with height and parking and overflow and noise? The U.S. Attorney Barbara McQuade says that if it came down to it, she was able to say in court that it was intolerance based on statements made in the Planning Commission. We're live at the federal courthouse. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Okay, so Nick, what about the concerns of the building height and then parking?
So those actually have been mitigated. The dome of the mosque will go from 66 feet to 61 feet. Parking, they say, shouldn't be an issue, but they are requiring shuttles for overflow issues, and they also agree in the settlement that there will be no outdoor amplification.
All righty. Nick Monticelli reporting live for us this afternoon. Nick, thank you. Now we want to get to breaking news that we are following for you this afternoon. A Detroit police officer accused of possessing child pornography. This is a story that we first broke on clickondetroit.com. The officer's name is Miguel Martinez, and he's been charged with distribution, receipt, and possession of child porn. Federal agents raided his house yesterday in Trenton, seizing multiple files from his computer. And at this point, it's unclear when he's expected to appear in court, although an arrest warrant has been requested. We're going to have any new developments throughout the day on clickondetroit.com and coming up on Local 4 News first at 4. Well, the other big story that we're following is this warming forecast. We saw some morning fog today, and then, Brandon, it's going back up into the 60s. Could we break another record?
We are already there and at least are going to tie the record today. And the low clouds, mid-level clouds that are streaming into the area, the one variable that keeps us perhaps from breaking the record, but it certainly is possible. Beautiful look at a hazy downtown Detroit. 61 degrees metro, that's our official number. We've got 64 54 already in Mount Clemens, 58 Pontiac, 59 in Howell, 62 degrees right now in Monroe, Double Nichols, 55 in Harrow, Ontario. So 61 now with some of that hazy sun. We've got harmless clouds, not going to leak on us at all, but 65 is that record high in Detroit today, and that's right about where we'll be later this afternoon. So again, a chance that we break it. We just need these clouds to thin out. We have a couple of hours of sunshine at all this afternoon, and we get into that record territory. We go from the record warmth today to tracking a few showers for your Thursday. We'll talk about the good timing on those, plus severe weather chances all ahead in the 7-day.
Alrighty, Brandon, thank you. This afternoon, more charges will be announced against former USA Gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar. Attorney General Bill Schuette will update the case at 2:30 in Lansing. We know Nassar will face even more charges for sexual assault, including at least one case involving a minor. Nassar is already accused of sexual assault by former gymnasts, including an Olympic medalist. He also faces charges of first-degree criminal sexual conduct involving a child under the age of 13, in addition to child pornography charges as well. Just into the Local 4 newsroom, a man from Belleville is in the Macomb County Jail after he arranged to have sex with a child. 44-year-old Ross Koopa was arrested on Saturday. A detective posing as an underage girl exchanged messages with Koopa, who agreed to meet up, assuming that he'd be meeting up to have sex with a child. When he arrived, he was then arrested by detectives, and he's been charged with 3 counts of child sexually abusive activity, among other charges. There you see his photo on the screen. He's due back in court sometime next month. Some good news to report. Everyone is okay after a school bus involved in a hit and run in Novi. The school bus from Northfield Public Schools was hit this morning right there on 8 Mile and Garfield. This is around 7 this morning. Witnesses say that a car drove over a lawn before hitting the bus and then just driving away. Police say the bus was carrying high school students at the time and did suffer some minor damage. Fortunately, though, again, nobody was hurt. And an investigation is underway after a string of overnight fires on Detroit's west side. The fires happened on 2 separate streets, but destroyed a total of 2 homes and then damaged 3 others. This first set of fires, I should say, started on Lee Place near Woodrow Wilson. Then the second set of fires was on Kimberly Court and Grand River. And it appears that all 5 homes that were impacted because of this were vacant. Let's turn now to Good Health, where a suspected case of the mumps has been reported at an elementary school in Chesterfield Township. The principal of Green Elementary School made the announcement in a letter to parents on Tuesday. The letter says a suspected case of mumps was reported and that the school was being thoroughly cleaned just as a precaution. Along with the letter, each parent received a fact sheet about mumps and how to prevent it. Well, in about 2 hours, a celebration of life ceremony will be held for Detroit icon Mike Ilitch. It's a private ceremony for family and friends that's scheduled to start at 2 p.m. You can watch the entire celebration on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com for that. Still ahead here at noon, new video captures an officer going above and beyond in the line of duty. Wait till you see the heroic actions from the officer's point of view. We've got that for you coming up. Plus, 2 men storm inside of a house with a family inside. Neighbors thought that they were there to help, but wait till you find out what they did next. It has investigators offering a reward to find them. But first, massive flooding on the West Coast is forcing families from their homes and causing rescue crews to risk their lives. That's coming up next. Hundreds of families in California forced from their homes, all because of flooding after heavy rains. And that flooding had rescue crews scrambling to rescue people and pets trapped in cars by rising waters. Bob Riddell reports from San Jose.
We're finally starting to see the floodwaters recede here in San Jose. The city has issued a mandatory evacuation for part of its downtown area, an area that hardly ever sees flooding like this. But then again, this is not a normal rain year. The Coyote Creek, which is feeding these floodwaters, peaked about 11 hours ago at its highest level in 95 years. Flooding many homes, many businesses. According to the Associated Press, around 14,000 people have been evacuated, 250 of whom had to be rescued by boat. Here in San Jose, Bob Riddell for NBC News.
And out of Florida, where two men storm into a home on the southern part of the state, terrorizing the people inside. The crooks posed as police, even dressing the part. The search continues for the men responsible in northwest Miami-Dade County. Now, police are saying that on Sunday, the imposters went into the house while wearing tactical gear labeled as police. This is video of the incident, where once inside, the duo tied up the homeowners and stole jewelry along with a handgun. Investigators say that the thieves escaped in a black Jeep Cherokee driven by a third suspect. And a police body camera captures a dramatic car rescue in Washington, D.C. Look at this.
What's the location? 1300 Montello Avenue. Bladensburg, right across from the cemetery. Are you by yourself? He's coming!
As you can see here, officers had to approach this burning car.
I tried to look in it, but there's too much smoke. Couldn't really see inside the vehicle.
Then officers, unclear if anyone inside of that car, used their batons to break out the windows, and then they dragged the driver, who was unable to get out on his own. The driver was taken to the hospital, where he was treated and released. That fire was eventually extinguished, while the cause of the accident is under investigation. Apple's massive new campus is almost ready in California. The company officially announcing today that the 2.8 million square foot campus will be known as Apple Park. It reportedly cost nearly $5 billion to build, and it spans over 175 acres. The campus, which was being referred to as the spaceship before today, is expected to officially open to at least 12,000 Apple employees come April. New at noon and still ahead. Hometown heroes Merrill Davis and Charlie White open up about their Olympic future. We'll hear what they have to say coming up. But first, let's check in with Brandon.
All right, we are tracking 60s in Metro Detroit right now with some 70-degree temperatures just off to the west. Also tracking some wet weather off to the west, rain, and what could be some strong to severe weather in the 7 days. Stay right there. I've got it next.
They're women who've been sexually abused, in other cases trafficked. And now a Metro Detroit mother is coming to their rescue.
I was an abused child, and I thought to myself, this is speaking to me. I need to do something.
Making jewelry, mending souls, and moving on.
I can't do this on my own anymore.
Hear from the women themselves what happens after they're rescued tonight at 11.
Is there a
Welcome back, everybody. If you are like me, you are enjoying the temperatures that we're seeing today. 61 degrees at noon.
You know, it's
in
hard
February.
not to. You know, people are playing tennis, they're playing golf, they're out running, biking, doing everything. It's a February fit for May. It is unusual, but not totally out of the ordinary. We can get crazy weather any month here in our beautiful, pure Michigan. Weather headlines today talking about breaking records. If we hit 65 degrees, we would tie the record, but good chance we get there and or break it. Overnight, a couple of spotty showers, and on Friday, waves of wet weather. North zone could see a little wintry mix in the morning, but we're talking about severe weather late in the day on Friday, at least the chance thereof. 61 degrees outside right now, that hazy sunshine over downtown. It is very pleasant. West winds just 8 miles an hour. Visibility is down to 3 miles, but it's about as bad as it is around the area. Not seeing any thick, soupy fog over the area, and likely won't for the rest of the day. Overnight, maybe a little bit of fog redeveloping, a couple of showers also possible. But in the meantime, yeah, we're right there in record territory. It's been that kind of week. Overnight tonight down to 45 to 50 degrees, a couple of spotty showers likely through and over with by the time most of us get up and at 'em tomorrow. Well, those of us who work the early morning show, it'll be raining, but those of you who get up around 6 o'clock or later, it'll be gonzo. Here's a look at what we have, just a couple of these harmless clouds feeding in. They'll break apart from time to time, leaving hazy sunshine. There is a little bit of rain coming across Lake Michigan into Traverse Traverse City and up into the UP as well. As we widen the view, we show you these showers that will continue to train into the area. Coming into drier air here overnight, so we're not expecting a deluge. We're not expecting a big widespread area of rain, but again, just some spotty showers. Here's our computer model through the afternoon hours, clouds with a couple of breaks as anticipated. As we head through the overnight hours, here's some of those scattered showers, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, fizzling out by the time you're up and at 'em, should be anyway. Through the day tomorrow, a mixture of clouds and some sunshine, and temperatures right around 60 degrees. Could be another day near record highs on your Thursday. Friday, waves of wet weather, what could start as a little wintry mix in our north zone. Garden variety rain and isolated thunder showers during the morning hours on Friday, and then temperatures warming into the mid-60s Friday with an approaching cold front, and all of the elements of spring storms are there, even though we're nowhere near spring, right? We've got the chance for some strong to severe weather Friday evening, Friday night, so we need to keep that in the back of our minds as we move forward. Saturday, Sunday is a gradual cool down, cooling down through the 40s on Saturday with a spotty shower or two, and a few flakes fly in Everett on Sunday as we're mainly in the 30s.
All righty, Brandon, sounds good. Olympic ice dancing champions Meryl Davis and Charlie White were on the Today Show this morning. Maybe you got a chance to see them. They finally announced whether they're going to be competing in the 2018 Olympics. Check this out.
I hate to be a little bit of a downer maybe for our fans, but we've decided not to compete at the Olympics.
And what went into that decision, Charlie?
I mean, there's so many positives to competing, but I think just expanding our lives outside of competitive skating is really what we're enjoying so much in our life right now.
Are you serious? Man, oh man. Davis and White, you might remember, they won gold at the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi, but haven't competed since. The duo was born right here in Royal Oak. They call Michigan their home, and you might see them every once in a while regularly training in Canton. Well, we wish them the best of luck in all of their future endeavors. All right, everybody, this is the day. You've got until 10 o'clock tonight to get Powerball tickets for the big drawing. The jackpot is up to $403 million, and whoever wins that jackpot can choose to take their winnings in either a lump sum or get paid out over the next 29 years. Now, the lump sum payment after taxes is about $244 million. That's still a lot of dough. We're going to have the winning numbers for you right here on Local 4 News at 11, so definitely want to tune in for that and make sure you buy a ticket. All right, still ahead, scientists discover a new species. Next at noon, we'll tell you where these miniature amphibians were found and why it took 5 years. Replay song. All right, welcome back, everybody. Finally here at noon, there's this new species of frogs. Have you seen it? They were discovered in India, and they're really, really tiny. Take a look at this.
Ribbit. These frogs are so small they can fit comfortably on a coin. Researchers say the 7 new species were found after 5 years of searching in a mountain range.
Okay, but they warn that the future of these newly discovered frogs are already in jeopardy because of, quote, considerable threats. Now, how would somebody threaten that? Like, I wouldn't even notice it. Like, you might actually step on it in India.
Well, there's little lizards and
that did
birds
say India, right? Not Indiana. India, our producer says.
The
We just got to make
mountains of
sure,
Indiana.
you know?
I think it's pretty cool. I love watching those nature shows, so I'm interested in 5 years to discover little frogs. If you need a researcher, I'm ready.
Have a great.
It's one of